there's nobody watching yet, but there will be. Anyway, yes, it's a triple upload for today. The two before, now I'm doing a third one. But this one, I'm not gonna really be playing games. I'm gonna be more talking about games. Different, different types of games. Well, I'm going to be playing Slime Rancher because game's a good, nice game to relax in. Oh, did it froze? I hope not. I will be sad. Please tell me that it freeze. Well, as you can see, I kinda play this game a bit often. You are being my slaves. I must collect the shits from you. So there's a couple things I wanna get on this game actually, just this game alone. Oh, Jesus, kind of get on the roof. Jesus, there we go. So, there's really not really much plot in this game, other than like you collect shits from like these slimes. That's basically it for this game. But the immense world that it has, the coloring and shading and the style in this game, oh man, takes my breath away. Like, me, I'm a really good, I get real cheesy when it comes to shadings and colors and camera angles, shadows, and oh man. So this game resembles like a lot of color to capture basically any kind of group of, God, how you explain it? Any type to like child to an adult, or any kind of a short attention span, honestly. Because I have a short attention span, Jesus. Ah. I can't recite it. But the thing you do in this game, they have like these little quote-unquote missions. I don't have one right now, apparently. And if you give them certain slimes or like certain shits or certain food types and stuff, and you get money and you get shit back for it, basically. You give them shit, they give you shit. That's how the game works. And you upgrade your quote-unquote ranch, farm, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Fucking want to call it a shit depositor? Go ahead. money. I just got like $100 by shooting shit inside of a shit machine. No, it's a shit machine. Shit machine. So, also certain slimes like certain types of like food. So like the pink slime is like hands down the best in my opinion. So cute, and it's pink and it's adorable and I love it. But it eats any type of food. Some has certain dietary needs. Others have other dietary needs. And they have favorite items, and if you give them their favorite item, they produce more shit for you. So you can spend how much money on that shit as much as you want. Oh, did I do that? I'm gonna throw a chicken, not a chicken, a baby chicken, because I'm the murderer. Into cute slaughter. No, but it's okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go look out, and I don't want pink slimes, I'm sick of them, but I love them. I have too much of them. So you collect slime from the wild by why? What? How? How do you collect slimes, right? Right? You suck them up. You quite literally just suck them up. And that's dope. You suck them up just like you suck it dick. Don't worry, I have it a mature quality, so it's fine. Alright, certain slimes you can't suck up. Why? Because they're too big to fucking dig down. So you can suck them up, but you will have to throw them out somewhere else. Also, I'm back. I have to do another round, but I'm back. Everything I like about this game, about the little reflections, about the flooring, to the shadows, to the lighting on the gun. You can see where the sun hits. Even the clouds are nice. The clouds remind me of a lava lamp. Pretty good sound effects. Ow. Don't touch me. You can also run. This game has a running mechanic too. It's pretty neat. It's nice. But I wanted to talk about games in general, just not this one. So, any topic I'm going to start off with, I don't know. Topic. Good topic. What is a good topic? I know what topic I'm going to go into. Alright, so what really makes a game? That is the question. What makes a great game? Well, there's certain steps that makes a great game. But there's also three main things that makes a great game. One is the plot or the story. Story actually, because the plot and story is the same thing, is one of the main reasons that makes a great game. And it doesn't have to be really detailed or just all of this, but it could be something simple and small or minuscule with no dialogue at all. There's some games that are out there that are really great and amazing that has no dialogue at all. No dialogue. And there's games that are amazing and they have all the dialogue they need. So, a game doesn't really need dialogue to be amazing. It doesn't really have dialogue at all. There's barely any dialogue in this game. Ah, radioactive. Okay, you're angry. Okay, I got it. Ah! This game doesn't have a lot of dialogue. They probably tell a story or dialogue. But that's about it. They tell you, oh, you were sent here for slime ranching, basically. And you took the job. That's exactly what happened in this game. Or another thing I want to say is Little Nightmares. That doesn't have no game fucking dialogue at all. No words. Just they show you this picture of a woman and you start the game there and then. your character says basically, well, it doesn't speak, but like, gets up, wake up, and you start the game. Oh, lag spike. So yeah, dialogue is not needed in all the games, or there is some games with no dialogue, and there's some games with all the dialogue with a big old story. So yeah, plot is really a big part of the game. Because if you have a story to it, you wouldn't need a dialogue for your story. You can add it if you want, but it's not necessary, or it's not a need in a game to make a great game. Another thing that will make a great game is character development. Character development is really one of the, I say, the most necessary things in a game to me, because you're playing at this main character, right? And he has to have a story, right, to the background. Because I said before, you don't need dialogue to make a great game. But if there's a lot of character inside of that character, then if you have amazing character development inside of the story, the character doesn't even need to talk, too. And that gives it a characteristic. But some games doesn't need dialogue. Dialogue is not necessary for a good game. Plot, like I recently told everybody, I say character development is one of the needs inside of a good game that would be necessary. Character development and good characters. What is another thing? In my opinion, for a good game. For me, I would say to make a good game for a final step is basically the camera angles, or just good shots in a game. Not the graphics, none of that, but good angling. It can even be first person, third person, the point of view. There you go. I was trying to find that word. I couldn't find the word. The point of view of, yeah, perspective. The perspective of a game. So a topic. I need to pick a topic. So I'll start with plot. because, like I said, the three basic things for me is those three. So, a plot. A plot is Did I just No, come back. I need that. I need that fruit. Ah. Sorry. A plot is basically the storyline, of what's about the game, or kind of even like an objective, the A to B in a game. Plot is where the story starts, and basically the whole story in general. So, like, for example, Slime Rancher's plot is, well, you start a whole farm of slimes and you feed them and you collect their shit. That's basically the story of this game. Unless I'm wrong and there's more to this game than I know, but that's as far as I know what you do in this game. One example of a game I really know, crap. Oh, fuck, what was the game? Wow, it's kinda old. Oh, Pokemon's a good example. You collect these Pokemon and, you be the best and be the champion of that whole region. And stop the bad guys from whatever they're doing. So that's a plot, like, the story. So the next thing is character development, and the characteristics of and the characteristics of everything. So a good example of a good character. Who am I gonna pick? There's a lot of good characters out there of many different games. You know, I'll do one for I'll say Wheatley. Wheatley's a really good from Portal 2. A good character, has good he's a good quote unquote a villain. He's very unique. I'll say he does have a good goofy characteristics at first, and then his characteristics turns kinda evil and menacing and all that, mischievous. And he doesn't even have, he's a fucking robot eye. He doesn't have a mouth, he doesn't have arms or anything. And animation actually goes with the characteristics in my picture. Oh shit, I never knew I could go this high. Well, the more you know. So he moves around with his emotions with his eye. And, well, I can't pull up a picture or anything like that, because I only stream my console. But, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get a PC. So I can actually pull out pictures while I'm talking. Because I do wanna make this. This will be a podcast soon. Hopefully sooner than I expected. With 2 other people. Which is my boyfriend, quote unquote, Pyromancer, and my brother. Which is, hopefully, if he goes along with it, if he wants to. It's Blake the Gambler. And It's basically just talks about games in general. How are they made? What makes a good game? The shading, coloring, the line art, even uh, concept art. I'll mostly that's a good question because gameplay play into it. Yes, it does, but it does to an extent. Gameplay does tie into it, but an extent of it. I haven't got into gameplay yet, because this is new. This is a new thing. I think I only have, this is my 3rd episode about it. So we'll get to gameplay soon enough, though. But I'll probably mostly talk about the game art, the concept art, and stuff like that. More art related and more plot, quote unquote. I think everybody would have like a different part of it. Like, no, I want to focus more on everything, but I'll probably give like all 3 of us just certain big chunks of parts of it to talk about. Actually, just a whole bunch of different games, not just my favorite games, or kind of like the topics. So like a shooter game, then a adventure game. One time we'll talk about like indie games, and then even like first person, second person, and third person will be a whole different type of thingy. Yes. Even like smaller topics that nobody talks about, I would probably go into detail into it. And people who don't notice about certain things, like the time house to make an animation, and that's just hard. I'm telling you now. Certain. Oh yes, Cuphead's a good example of, cause Cuphead used I call it flip note animation, cause it's basically a page by page animation. And that game's a boss game. Basically just fighting bosses and all that, but there's a lot of animations, a lot of detail into the bosses too. And it's so smooth, and I love it. I mean, I hate when I die and all that, but I do have Cuphead though. I bought it recently, so it was like $10. I was like, oh, I'm gonna snatch this and talk about this later. Try not to die, but I think my first game I talked about was Little Nightmares, and oh man, that game's, oh, it's so good. I love indie games. Yes, I know. We were talking about it. I was like, hey, bro, oh my gosh, Little Nightmares 2. I brought it up, and then he said, I know. I was like, so you know. I love that game to death. That game's a that game's a masterpiece. I can't describe words to that game. I did a stream of Little Nightmares. That was my first stream I did today. Cause I wanted to continue on with the game. I was I need to get the second one though. Oh my god. I know. It is. VR is expensive. Oh my gosh. But Little Nightmares, oh, I do love 6 and what's the other one? Mono. That's his actual name. Took me a while to realize his actual name. But the game's good. I love the design of the game. First off, design is creepy as fuck, but then again it's inspiring in its own way. It's still intriguing, fucking intriguing. Wow. Yes. Intriguing. There you go. Fucking hell. But the way it gets your, I don't know, something about it just, it makes your adrenaline just go from 0 to 100 really quick, and it's good overall. Cause I'm still playing the first game and I still haven't beat it, but you piece together your own story or your own theory about the game, and that always gets me cheesy with indie games mostly. They don't tell you no dialogue at all, because there's no dialogue in that game. It just like, oh, just get shoved into the game. They just show you this woman. Did my cats get out? Motherfucker. What the fuck are you doing out? Bitch, get back in there. Trying to escape. Oh, stop being grumpy, you piece of shit. You got out again? You motherfucker, you got out again. Eat the goddamn food. I'ma call PETA on you. Probably gonna abuse you more. For Little Nightmares, oh. Story's great because they piece together the story in their own way, without no words, but they do piece it together. You're so small and everything's so huge around you, even though that sounds so wrong. But everything is huge around you. But you're so minuscule in this world of a vast ship, because that's what it is. It's just a big ass fucking ship of nightmares and but anyway. So that's a really good game, good topic to talk about. Now I'm gonna talk about a new topic. Graphics. This is one of the subtopics for me. I could care less. It could be a fucking N64 polygonic fucking graphics. Yep. So graphics to me, I could care less about graphics. But there is some good games that have amazing graphics and amazing environments and all that type of stuff. I actually have I actually have two games that actually have amazing graphics and an amazing environmental. Well, actually, no, I lied. 3. Red Dead Redemption 2 actually has amazing graphics and amazing environmental structures, or even like. What I mean by environmental structures and environmental, like, destruction. There you go. Let's say you're walking in the sand and you leave footprints in the sand. It's like that kind of stuff. Or you crush a boulder and the boulder just breaks up into a million polygonic pieces. Like stuff like that. That's what I mean by destruction and environmental surroundings. Another one is... I almost said the wrong game. Whoa. Horizon Zero Dawn. There you go. I couldn't get out of my fucking mouth, apparently. Into, like, the fighting mode of it. And even the environment is very pretty and very beautiful. Like, Jesus. How everything's so old and ruined, and this is a whole new quote-unquote world. And how you fight robotic fucking demonic animals. And when you kill them, quote-unquote kill them, they fall and break into pieces, and that's what I love. Or like when you shoot them in certain spots when you're fighting, like the pieces just come off and there's like a whole big chunk of fucking metal on the ground. Stuff like that makes me cheesy. Another game is Ghost of Tsushima. That's... oh my gosh, the environment is astonishing! The way the grass moves and the wind, like the sea waves of the wind, and then the wind touching the water, they leave like small ripples. Oh my gosh. Oh! I get so cheesy for stuff like that, like little minuscule details. And it's amazing, just these little details and what they do to it. When you're running, you leave footprints into the ground, and or when you're riding on your horse, you can hear the like the clomping, whatever? Wow, I said clomping, wow. When they walk on like cobblestone or like concrete, you see these sounds, these small sounds. Sounds always get me. They always intrigue me so much. But the fuck? Someone's burning something. Oh no. Oh, guys, I'm gonna die. Another thing. What's another thing? It's another topic. Oh, like epilogues and stuff like that. Oh, yeah. That's good. Good job, babe. The endings of certain games amaze me. What's a good one? Oh, I know what game I need to play. I haven't played it though. Fucking the Half-Life series. I know about it. I never played it. Yeah. Oh yes. There's another game that I do know the ending of, and wow, it amazed me so much. And actually kind of inspired me of fucking Vale. Portal 2. Oh my god! I remember playing that and I was like 13 years old, 14 years old, 'cause the game came out like what, 2012? 13? One of those years. And that game amazed me so much. The ending, when quote unquote spoilers, you have been warned. When you shoot a portal to the moon and then you suck up the enemy basically weakly into the moon, sending him straight to space hell, was amazing for me. And then it just ended right there. I was like, no way, there has to be something else. And then nope, that's it. That was it. I loved it though. But even the animations for that, I remember when that game was so detailed at that time, and so what, like there has to be more. I remember the store. I got so excited for that game. I went to the store and bought fucking 2 keychain plushies for my lanyard when I was like 13. I was like, Mom, can I have this? It's like $10, and it was a fucking weekly Shinkai plush, like the plushie keychains, and a companion cube. I wish I had my companion cube still, or both of them, but the dog ate it. It was so sad. That was a sad day. I was crying. I legit cried. I was like, that was my buddy. I took him everywhere with me when I was like so young. Oh, I had him for about 3 years, and then the dog like ripped him up. I was like, no, don't destroy Wheatley. I'm trying to think more good endings that actually are good. Oh, it's another. It's wow. That's wow. That wasn't an indie game. That was a shooter game. Fucking Portal 2 was. Uh, a good indie game was Inside. It's a recent game, kind of recent. Like, I'll say it's like 3 years old, 4 years old, about the time. But it's like Limbo. The people who made Limbo made Inside, and Inside's a great game, a great indie game too. There's not a lot of dialogue into it. They just bring you straight into the game, just like how Limbo was. You start up in this damn forest. Fucking forest, Jesus. And you keep proceeding forward, right? So you always walk forward. Gotta keep going forward. And the ending to that game, oh, the ending was crucial and vile, and it was short and sweet too. It's a short and sweet game, and I love it for that. But that game is very dark. It doesn't look very dark because, you know, there's not a lot of dialogue to it. But it's a very dark game. You basically become this quote-unquote experiment. Ah, can I make it? Oh, I made it. But, there's some good endings from some great games. Trying to think of a good older game that had a great ending. There is one. What is that game? Let me see if I can find it. You know what? Instead of talking about great games, let's talk about some games that actually disappointed me at the ending. I have a great one, for example, and everybody could just start booing me or hating me, whatever the heck you want to call it. But Kingdom Hearts 3 disappointed the shit out of me so goddamn much. Like, I got so hyped for like 2018. I was like, oh, there's actually a Kingdom Hearts 3. There's actually more to the story. Okay, I'll buy it. I'll play it. I'll stream it. I'll do all 3. And then I get to the ending and I get a disappointment. That's what happens when you get a Kingdom Hearts game. Exactly. Got nothing but more. Oh, look, there's a black box. Oh, look, there's this fucking Zigbar. Oh boy, is that a new enemy I see? So I got disappointment in that game. Another game that disappointed me so much. I actually started fucking crying. So, oh Jesus. Everybody could hate the shit out of me with this game too, is Borderlands pre-sequel. I get it. It's the pre-sequel, you know, it's before how everything happened for 2. I get it. It's not gonna be very, very quote-unquote exciting. Doesn't have to be quote-unquote exciting. But they could have made a better fucking ending than that. Like, don't get me wrong. Which I'm gonna do into another video of just straight fucking Handsome Jack, because quote-unquote he's the best villain to me. And most of this era of gaming. He's an amazing villain. He's one of the best. But yes. Yes, they did. They really had a good mastermind of that. They really did an amazing job with Handsome Jack. But anyway, I'm talking about the... Oh, Jesus. Yes, bad games. We're talking about bad games right now. We before talked about the good games and how, oh, they're great. Oh, now it's... Whoa, I just hit lag spike. No, my box! Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. My worst experience. I'm trying to think, trying in my memory, like digging deep into my memory of gaming. Not bad. My worst game, okay. My worst game that I ever played. Alright. I'm gonna get into it. It's hard because I really don't have a lot of games that I don't like. So, it's hard. It's definitely the genre of shooting. If I have to choose any fucking shooter I wouldn't want to play, it would have to be the goddamn forsaken Call of Duty or a fucking Modern Warfare type of bullshit type of shooters. That's hard. In between those two, and then Modern Warfare 3 was the first shooter game I beat. So would I have to say Black Ops? Yeah, I would have to say Black Ops would be my worst experience in a shooter game. Because it really was. Ghost? Aw. I actually have a story for Call of Duty Ghost. For everybody. Oh, somebody joined. Hello. Worst. Ghosts. Oh yeah. So one day I went to GameStop. I had enough money for like to buy something because my mom was nice enough to like say, "Here, you have money, spend it." I was like, "Oh, you don't do this often," so I was like, "Okay, I guess I'll go get a game." I haven't got a game for like fucking 8 months. I was like, "Okay, I'll try a shooter game. Let's see how good." I don't have enough money. Fuck. I was like, I'll get a shooter game. You can't go wrong with that, right? So I go and buy Ghosts. I was like, I'm gonna try Ghosts because, you know, it's one of the new games that just came out. And it was on sale. I was like, okay, it's $20. Kind of short for, you know, a Call of Duty game. And I bought it, and I go home, like, I don't need the receipt anymore, I already got the game. So I go ahead and throw out the receipt in the trash, saying, I don't need the receipt. Hello, my buddies. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. And I opened the disc, like because I didn't have nothing digital. So I opened the disc, and I was like, oh, there's only one CD in here. It's not my game. It wasn't my game. There was no game in there. It was just extra shit. Yes. So I was so sad. I was like, it looked so good though. I really can't think of a bad game, so I'll have to go with the Black Ops series and those type of shooters in general. But anyway. Another type of game I should get into. Shooters. Another topic I would say I get into is oh god, what do you call those? Not battle royales. Oh No. I despise those kinds of topics. Oof. Well, well, oh, actually no, I won't talk about the communities. We're talking back about communities, huh? But I will talk about that a great game is. That's actually still out and still gets updates. Is Team Fortress 2. Oh, that game is amazing. It even has an amazing story that inspires other people. Thank you for the subscribe. But yeah, Team Fortress 2 is a great story, great characters. And it's all around a good game. But yeah, there's a lot of games that has a lot of all that makes a great game. And it's a lot of vast options in games. And still people make it. A lot more. There's a whole lot in game development too. Whole lot. No, there's so much trouble. promise. Alright. I'll buy the upgrade first. And I'll upgrade the house. Hopefully you'll have a good night, good morning. I'm going to stream Wednesday. It won't be like 3 episodes like this, but probably 1 or 2 videos.